Hi, Rick. Since you gave me your question in a video, I thought I'd try the answer in a video back. So here we are looking at, this is an O scale switch, so it's going to be a little bit different. But if we're looking at this end, if this rail is minus, this rail is plus, as we move down to the other end here, again, this rail will be minus. Sorry, this rail will be minus. This rail will be plus. Again, minus, and the rail up here will be plus. Sorry for the mess in around here. There's an isolation point because this is O scale. There's isolation points, so you can see isolation, sorry, right there. And there's another isolation point there on that side. So the plus rail here and the minus rail are isolated from the frog. And then at this end, this is plus. This is plus, and there's an isolation point now around the frog. In the case of the O scale one is right there. Okay, on the plus rail and on the minus rail, it's there. For the HO, from what I can see, the way you get the isolation is just by this tip here where everything comes together, rather than having it switch polarity, it's just plastic or isolated. So in your case, you would have the minus rail coming in here, the plus rail coming in. This would be plastic, so that's how the minus and the plus would be separated. I'm not sure for the switch what happens on this end here, but I'm assuming that there must be some isolation from the points. So in other words, these have to be able to touch each other. So plus the points here, this point and this rail will be plus regardless. And someplace along here, I'm guessing there's some isolation. So from here to here will be plus on this rail. And from here to here, where there's some isolation to the points, will be minus. Okay? So if you're looking at this, you should be able to go through and check just what we said we did before with the crossover. You should be able to check through. This should be minus all the way through. When you have the rail, the points in this direction on the turnout, right? So this is straight through. You should end up with this is positive, positive here. This will be positive. This will be positive, and there'll be isolation. Obviously, this is the negative rail up here, but it's isolated by the plastic on the frog. When you throw the turnout now, so now you're going on the divergent route. So this is minus. The points, of course, because they're touching the rail, are minus. There's an isolation point here. This will be minus. There's isolation here on the plastic, typically with your turnout. So you're going up this rail. This will be minus up here. And then on the other side here, this would be plus all the way down. So if you look at that, you should be able to follow your voltage as 0 all the way through, right on the way up through, and you should be getting, voltage across all the way through at the various points. And if you throw the turnout the other way, you should then get your minus plus voltage all the way through as you go through. So have a look at that. See if that makes sense, and my apologies because I'm pretty sure I talked and didn't follow the video entirely, but hopefully between my pointer you could see what I was talking about. Talk to you later.